Do you fit in? Hi, I'm Philip Montrose. My wife and partner Jane and I help people step up, tap into heart and soul coaching and healing. In this short video, I want to explore an important topic. Do you fit in? The idea of fitting in. What does that mean? It can dominate our thinking and our actions. The idea when we started off in life, of course, is we wanted to fit in and survive our family and feel cared for. And that expands, as I'll explain, because the idea is about belonging, considered an essential need to belong, based on safety and security, even more fundamental needs. So you need to belong to be protected and survive. But that grows, of course, and if you don't get the basic nurturing, if you're not seen and nurtured when you're young, you have attachment problems, as they say. You may feel clingy or needy, or on the other hand, distant and isolated to people. But that can all work out. You can, those are challenges, those are things to work through and to grow from, of course. And with the idea of fitting in when you're a teenager, it's your group, right? It's your peer group. When you're an adult, it's other groups, bigger groups, maybe family, cultural groups. Ultimately, to belong, if you keep growing spiritually, is to belong to everything and everyone. Every group, every tribe, every country, every nation, every sentient being, the world, the cosmos, belonging, being a citizen, fitting in to the world, a citizen of the world. So let's look at that a little bit more, how that might play out. So in the need to belong, you might look at some key words to help us understand this more. These opposites are approve, disapprove, accept, reject, include, exclude, connect, separate, acknowledged, unacknowledged. Now, feel into these words for a moment. They may bring up some things. They may bring up certain situations or certain ways that you are expressing yourself or want to express yourself. So this idea of belonging and these different opposites, polarities, they may bring up questions. Think of a certain situation now with a group or a family, a situation of, quote, fitting in or belonging. And you may be asking, am I standing out? Am I conforming? Am I pleasing? Am I rebelling? How am I dealing with this situation? Am I kind of a part of the group or not part of the group? Am I challenging the group, being rejected by the group? So all of these things can come into play. They're things to consider, and they may come up in this kind of situation with many people who are watching this video, is if I'm pursuing spiritual matters that are important to me, how do I deal with my family members who are quite uninterested or disinterested or even critical of more, quote, spiritual things that are important to me? Or if you're in a alternative, say, healing or coaching profession, or considering that, how do you deal with that without becoming an outcast to people you know or the community of sounding strange or weird? Okay, some suggestions about how to fit in your situation, kind of being in it, maybe, and still being true and authentic to yourself. You might want to look for common ground with different kinds of people in terms of fitting in and being of the world, with not everyone being of the same like mind as you and maybe me. And you can do that by the way you express yourself, the way you approach people. So if you are a healer or a coach, if you say, hey, I'm a EFT tapping quantum energy healer, that might be sounding very strange to many people, alienating, threatening even. Hey, no thanks, I'm not interested. No way. However, if you say, hey, I help people with stress, I help people to relax more, I help people to be themselves more, to succeed, to live the life they really want, people probably will relate to that, and they may approve of that and be even very interested and connected to you. So here's a powerful example of fitting in. A lady we help, we'll call her Maria. Um, she was very challenged by people rejecting her. In fact, one person she thought of, when they rejected her, she would actually break out in a rash. That's how disturbing it was. But doing some holistic hypnotherapy and energy healing with her, in a short period of time, she felt good about herself, centered, and knowing the truth within herself, and being at peace. And she no longer had those reactions and those hives, those allergic reactions, just thinking of people rejecting her. So life is about finding balance. On the inside, our body has to balance, be homeostatic, our body temperature and hormones and such. And our lifestyle needs to be in balance, sleeping and diet and exercise and sunlight. All of that needs to be sort of in balance. So too, fitting in with people externally, getting the balance that way. You know, sometimes it's situational. Sometimes we want to be close to others. Other times we want to have our space. Sometimes we want to connect and be supported or support others. Other times we want to be in solitude, maybe in nature, to explore, to reflect, to meditate by ourselves, or maybe meditate in a group. Then we're connected that way. So the idea, it's not just either or. It's not either by yourself or with a group. It depends. Sometimes it's with others. Sometimes it's independent. It's interdependent, and it's situational. And it can be confusing and complex, yes, but let it unfold. As Rilke, the poet, said, start to live the answers. Don't just ask the questions for now. You can't figure it out necessarily. It will come to you. Let the game of life come to you, so you know when to fit in and when to be by yourself and to explore, so you can actually fit in better in the right way and be that citizen of the world. So, to conclude, fitting in, belonging, is more than just survival, and that belonging can grow and expand and be transcendent. Instead of just connecting and fitting in, we can contribute, we can uplift, we can support, we can and be supported and be receptive, and first of all, in ourselves, to support and fit into ourselves, to connect to ourselves, to be compassionate and kind to ourselves, so we can extend that to other people. And that way we really have a sense of fitting in and belonging on a bigger range, and a lot of the boundaries of fitting in disappear as we become more this connected citizen being of the world.